can actually put them on the seat, or you can want to. That's possible on the back. On the back. All right, so we're going to get started. Again, welcome to everyone. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Your showing up means that you care about community. It means that you want to see change. And it means that you are willing to be part of the change. That's what that tells me when you show up. And I love it. I love people that won't just talk about it, but be about it. We need people that's going to be about it. We all, no doubt, have a list of problems. I mean, I can do a 12-pack of Scott toilet paper and roll all mine out. And then I got a wipe with it in it. You know, just how life is. So again, thank you so much for being here tonight. I want to jump right in because we have a lot going on tonight. We have guests in the room tonight, and we want to move the training along tonight. So tonight, what we need you to do is you're going to get back in your groups. Remember, there was 3 groups. There was health and wellness, there was education, and there was community. Community. I did community outreach. And here's what the assignment is tonight. A little bit different. So at the last meeting, we asked you all to narrow down to one project each group wanted to do. Do y'all remember that? Yeah. Okay, everybody remember what their project kind of was?
What about newcomers?
A newcomer, you're going to get in whichever group that you think appeals to you the most. So thank you for asking that. Whichever group appeals to you the most, if that's community outreach, if that's health and wellness, or if that's education and jobs, whichever one of those. Now, tonight, based on what your group decided, here's what we need. We need to know what month you would like to execute your event and what resources do you need in order to make that happen. Now, here's going to be a challenge. You can't just tell me you need money. Because I'm like, me too. Money will help a whole lot to get done a whole lot quicker. But what is the intentional money? If you're going to say you need money, and you say, well, say we're going to need $1,000. If you give me that on a piece, I'm going to give it back to you because I'm going to say itemize. And you might itemize and realize, I really only need $600. Or you might itemize and say, that was too low. I need $1,350. Or you might look at this thing and you start writing and somebody said, oh, I know somebody can do that pro bono. And I know somebody that, and you know what we need? All we need is some space and some tables and some copies and some people, and we can make it happen. All right? So you got to really be intentional. You got to think about deadlines to get it done possibly by the end of this year. That could be challenging, so we can talk about what that will look like. Be intentional when you're choosing to think about things like this. Oh, kids gonna get out of school and we're going to the beach. Well, you don't need to be telling them, yeah, we can have the event the week of, I'll pick on this, the week of June 29th, and you know that's your birthday, because it's my birthday, I'm not doing it for nobody. And I'm all right with that. Like, literally, I'm like, you can do anything you want to do, but I'm not gonna be there. You got to be able to be transparent with your team. Think about things like, you don't really want to do nothing on the 4th of July. That doesn't make sense. And if the 4th of July is, you know, I don't know when our 4th of July is this year, sometimes on Sunday or something, and they might celebrate downtown on Saturday. If they do that, then you know where the people are going to be at, right? So I want you to plan for your event to be successful. And think about it from a 360-degree angle. Here's another thing. You say, oh, well, we want to plan for a youth event. And we're going to do it over at the basketball court. I said, okay. And we're going to do it July 15th. Oh, okay. I said, what you need? Well, we just need basketball. How the children going to get there? What's your age group? You say 10? parents must do. What kids are, I mean, you literally gotta think about it from every angle. And what I would ask, because that's gonna help you decide, oh, we're gonna need some chairs for the parents to sit in. Oh, they're gonna sit on the bleachers, but they're gonna need some water. Whatever it is, consider this. What does it look like if someone comes in a wheelchair to your event? What if they on a cane? What if they're Hispanic? I ain't gonna pick them like that. What does that look like? What if you have an event for everybody, but I'm 75 and they 15? Does the event incorporate to help everybody? I mean, to actually appeal to everybody. That makes sense? What if it rains? Yeah. Your event's still important, right? No, okay, what's plan B? What's plan B and C? Consider that, are there sidewalks? Do the sidewalks have some type of access? Is there handicap parking? I want to have them in the park, that's great. What's the access look like for that? Not only that, if you have it in the park, what's the access look like for a baby stroller? Because we have great neighborhood parks, but I harp all the time, I just give them the devil about this. How y'all gonna have a park for the children, but you can't push a baby stroller through all that grass and stuff? Because we don't have sidewalks in a lot of our parking, in a lot of our parks. So you access it from the curb. What's that look like? Is the grass gonna be cut if you have it in the neighborhood park? Is it gonna get cut inside? Who's gonna pick up? Who's gonna pick up the trash? Do you have trash bags? Have you considered that? Did I make sense in what I said? Have you all been somewhere and you seen one of these challenges and you like, yes, ooh, they should have thought it. You know how we say they should have thought about it? Well, we're the they tonight. We are the they tonight. So consider all of that. So what I would ask for you now is respectfully, if everyone will figure out, I'm not concerned about where you sit, but get with your group. If you're new and haven't been in a group, we'll tell you the groups. They are health and wellness. If you got a medical background or any of that, or you like exercising, that's your group. There is education and jobs. Education and jobs. And then lastly, there is community outreach and the events they'll be doing. So, all right, so let's switch it back. You know where you were last time? For the sake of wherever you was last time, move back to that area for the
children and people that go through. When I went through, I didn't have anybody telling me how it was going to go. My mom couldn't talk to me. My siblings couldn't talk to me. I shut down because I had 2 children, and I didn't know what to even say to myself. But my children would always say, "You're unstoppable." Anybody's ever seen my mom, she always has my son named Liam. And unstoppable really comes from him because he just, can't get emotional. But my son seen a lot more than my daughter did. She was so young. So I was like, what can I do to help other people that have little kids that go through breast cancer at 25? And I had a stage, well, when I first went to the cancer center, they said it was a stage 2. Then when they took out the cancer, it was a stage 3B, which was close to a 4. So then even then, I was like, oh my goodness, y'all just won't stop, will y'all? So I was like, okay, what can I do? Talking to my son and talking to my daughter, they told me what they seen. They told me what they experienced. But the book that's for the adults, it's gonna be totally different. But in this book, it's basically a week of going through chemo. We had a whole routine. Me and my daughter's father tried to keep the routine the same for the kids because, like I said, there's no rule book to this. It's not even a rule book to being a parent. And a lot of people, my skin color, y'all's skin color, we don't get the help that we need when it comes to cancer. There's not even a book like this for my children. So I was like, I gotta be the first one to get this out here. I got to write something in my children's words. So if you do read it, it's not proper because this is what a child experiences. This is what my son's seen, this is what my daughter's seen. And just one page of my chemo days was on Wednesday. So on Wednesdays, I knew and my kids knew that we would go to the store, and it says, when mommy would leave chemo, daddy would come pick us up, and we'll all go to the grocery store. While at the store, mommy would have to ride a riding car, and I would sit on her lap while we drove around the store to get food, snacks, and mama's peppermints. Peppermints, I hated them, but my daughter's father, when he went to the doctor with us, he listened to the doctor. He was like, her mouth is gonna get dry. Keep something in her mouth because she's gonna complain about all these taste and stuff. For me, I'm hard-headed, my mama tell you. I didn't want to listen, but he always got these peppermints. And my daughter and them knew the riding cart, I had to sit on there because just because I was 25, I thought I could walk the grocery store. I couldn't. I was tired afterwards. But we rode the riding cart, and my kids remember that. Every Wednesday was mama's chemo day, and daddy kept it the same. We're going to go to the grocery store, get everything you need for the rest of the week. So, this is Unstoppable Mom. If anybody wants to purchase this today, you can. I also have it on Amazon as well. These books are $10. Also, my daughter, her grandmother, who I met 7 years ago, she is deaf. And learning about the deaf community, not many people talk about it, especially not Black people at all. And the reason why I got into sign language is because my daughter's father, as any man, I'm like, your mom was talking about me. He's like, no, she ain't. Yes, she is. Like, I know she's talking about me. Like, I can see it in the sign. Like, but he would not teach me sign language. I said, you know what, as a woman, no offense, man, but we adapt to our surroundings. And guess who learned how to do sign language? And guess who she calls about all her problems? I hate it now because I could be at work and she's gonna call me to be an interpreter, or I have to get off work to go to DSS for her or be her advocate. I even had to get off work to get her a job. She said she wanted a job. I ain't mind clocking out to go get her a job because that means she'll leave me alone. And we went all the way to Greensboro to get her a job, and she started a month ago. So I ended up getting together with my kids and my daughter's father to figure out what else can we get out here for children to color or learn more sign language. Yes, there's sign language books out there, but are we talking about it? And this sign language book, I want it to be more fun for parents and kids. It's easy. It's called the Children's ABC Coloring Sign Language Book Edition. I am doing pre-orders. Yes, that's you only. I am doing pre-orders for this. It actually is going to drop on my daughter's birthday. I like to choose dates that I can remember because going through chemo, my mind is not the same. This dropped on my birthday last year, and this one's going to drop on her birthday, May 22nd. Oh, I almost forgot her birthday. Oh, you got somebody got the same birthday as you. So May 22nd, it's going to be on Amazon, Shopify, but I'm doing pre-orders. The people that pre-order will get their books before everybody else on Amazon and stuff. Also, trying to think, why else sign language is just important?
Tell them what you told me. You said, you remember what you told me when we was talking to me?
Oh, like events like this, people that are sign deaf, like my mother-in-law, she doesn't know much, and this is just me figuring this out around her. Some of the resources that she can utilize, she doesn't because her children were not raised to know if you come to, okay. So her children don't know to come to events like this because their mom doesn't have anybody that's going to interpret for them, doesn't have anybody to help her navigate through the system and everything to know. So it's important to, one, everybody start learning sign language, start with the basics because it helps the people. Your next door neighbor may be deaf, but you wouldn't know because you never communicated with them to even figure it out, and they may need help. And like my mother-in-law had not worked since I met her and finally went to go get a job. And it's a blessing because all it took was me learning sign language. Her son is always at work and her daughter lives in South Carolina. So she really doesn't have anybody else but me now that her son is at work all the time. So just learning it, and it's easy. There's free classes. I took a free class. There's a deaf school here in High Point. No, I'm not in High Point, in Greensboro. I don't remember the school, but I took a class. It's free. And then also just get on the internet and learn it. Also, I teach sign language. My dad has a business. I actually started taking the people from my daughter's family and having them help file people's taxes, and we do interpreting for them to file their taxes, because a lot of them are afraid to even go somewhere. So I was like, Daddy, we gotta navigate a little bit more, because as soon as I opened this door, my dad was like, hold up, I have like 12 people that need people to interpret. I said, me and my family, we're coming. We're gonna help you navigate through this, because these people need help as well. So that's another reason why. But the main reason I don't like people talking about me, I don't know what they're talking about, so that's why I really learn. But that's my favorite thing.
We also have, I love the idea of the booklet, but also the idea that deaf community, because it seems to be a very hidden population at times, where you don't know unless people start, using their hands to interpret. And then as it become more and more, they're having more accessibility for people who are deaf. Why do you think that is, like, becoming more, like, people are becoming more seen, I guess?
Well, so my mother-in-law has two different types of friends. Her friends that are well educated, and then herself that's not really educated. What I learned about them, they actually go out there to the community and ask for resources and stuff, and they're asking for the help. And her, who's shy, because what my mom told me, black women, no offense men, we already have a standard, we're black and we're mean. So my mother-in-law, she's black, she's a woman, and she's also deaf. So she feels like she's stupid. She feels like if you come talk to her, you don't think she's the same as you. And we always have to tell her, you're just as great as everybody else. And just having her around someone like me, okay, now I know I can go out there and go get a job. I can go clean and go do anything else anybody else can do, because I have somebody that explains to my job, that let them know, hey, I am deaf, I do need you to write down this and all that stuff. And just reaching out to them and letting them know, hey, you're not dumb, you're not deaf, well, you are deaf, but you're not no different than anybody else.
Thank you.
So everybody get your bills ready. Thank you so much, Jessica Michelle.
We have 2 minutes for each group to report out with regards to the event that they're putting together. And so we're going to want to hit each group 3 W's and an H. So the 3 W's, just hit them quickly because we got to get out here by 7:30. What, where, when. The H is how. Okay, so we're going to start with the group that I was a member of. And so hopefully they'll show us how to do it efficiently in 2 minutes. Starting with jobs and economic development.
All right. We have planned to do a meet and greet Tuesday. It's hard for me to stand up. I'm sorry. I know, but it's okay.
Good.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
It really is. It's hard.
Okay.
Okay. Tuesday, August the 29th, 6 to 7:30, Pillar Center Gym, which of course we have to reserve that. We're going to have an icebreaker, and then we'll have a speaker, and we're going to be talking about, and then a question and answer segment, and this is about career development. Yes.
All right, we'll go with the next group back here, which I believe is our community engagement and outreach.
We discussed doing a kind of combo block party. That's not going to be the term.
Community get-together.
Community get together over at Keeler, probably from about 12 to 4 on a Saturday. We're kind of figuring that out. But then the 3 to 4 portion of that, we're going to have a community town hall. Local elected officials coming in just to give updates. So we've got things for the kids and the families to do, but then also the adults can go in and talk in Keeler Gym and meet the elected officials. So trying to maybe plan August.
Let's do community engagement and topic. All right, we're going to go to the last group.
All right, so we are healthy group? Healthy wellness. All right, so what we're going to do is actually a farm to fork community outreach. It will be over at the PD-YNF Garden on September 30th. We will get to know about the community garden, kind of see how things are grown, maybe do a little harvesting, and then also we'll have a trained chef to come out there to teach us how to prepare some of the foods that are available. And then we will allow a giveaway of free vegetables, and people can have their own box and pick the vegetables they want, so there won't be food waste. And how we already got everyone lined up, so we got a big event. Free vegetables. And yes, you will have to sign up for the event. It will be only 40 to 50 people need to be registered if you want to eat.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you
So
all.
what time was it on September 30th? September 30th, it'll be in the afternoon from like 12 to 4 time frame. It's not Saturday. It's Saturday, yes. And if it is raining, we do have a rain alternative. We'll have the rain alternative here. We have to do July 1st. We will reserve this room. But it'll be more like, projection about the garden. It will also have food and everything they all have.
Excellent, excellent. Well, all terrific events. And so, as Lisa said, the steering committee will help kind of finalize some of those event dates, just to make sure that they don't conflict with significant other community events. We should all still be working on executing and bringing those events forward. So, as many of you have done in the past, please continue to communicate in your small groups, refine the plans, and be sure to let others, both in your group and outside the group, know if there are resources that you need. Obviously, in keeping with the name of the group and the idea behind it, we have lots of resources in the room and even beyond the room, in addition to financial resources. And so please be sure that you're communicating, meeting, and talking with those in your group. I see one hand.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask for resources to reserve this room. They say we can't wait, and we have to wait until July or July 1st.
Okay.
Do you all have resources that could possibly, so we can lock those dates in to continue our planning? That you all might have some, okay, I'll pass that to July.
That's a wonderful question. Rosie in here, essentially a timing issue in terms of reserving this room. In your group, you have one person who is very influential with the city. So that's a sure way of saying yes. I think he can do that. He's very good at his job. So he can definitely do that. He can definitely do that.
Justin, I just want to two things quickly. Thanks Scott and his team. Scott, they wanted to come out and help Northeast Greensboro pick up trash and everything on Earth Day last Saturday. He literally kept his commitment, although it rained. I don't know if they went home or not, but thank you, Scott, and your team for wanting to do that for this community. The next thing, I just want to recognize you. The next thing is Woodman Park Neighborhood Association meeting is tomorrow in this room at 6.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for that. Let's give a round of applause for Scott. We all know consistent with that and keeping that theme going. In terms of additional community announcements, I'm going to announce a few and then give everyone else an opportunity. Next event, you should have a flyer that was in your seat for this, in terms of community workshop for essentially financial literacy by Brandon Hunter, is going to be on April 29th at 11 to 1 p.m. In McGirt-Horton. There's also going to be a rally around community when it counts on May 27th. It's going to be at Second Harvest Food Bank right over here. Also, there's going to be an event with Cora Outlay, my wife, who is a plumber, who's going to be doing the second in her workshop. Although, regrettably and embarrassingly, I don't have the flyer. I don't recall the date. But
it is after Thursday.
This Thursday, so y'all know how hectic my household is.
Pillar 6:30 to 8. Pillar Center, April the 27th.
Your wife is Cora?
It is.
We love her so much. She's amazing.
I'm
Tell her to schedule an extra hour because we have
I'm done.
I will do that. We're going to share that event with you. Why, we got more announcements, more announcements.
I need to say it, but we really got with this library. It's beautiful. But compared to what we had over there, with 3 or 4 meeting rooms, with 2 rentals, I mean, we had everything we needed over there. It was everything. Tutors, meeting rooms, And I wonder, oh my God, I can go in there and really, we're going to tell things, you know. Anyway, I've known about this program for a long time. This is the first advertisement I have seen about Blue Angel program. It sponsors a combination of the police department and the fire department. So my son, being a battalion chief, ran it through me to see how I felt, as he said, as an older person. But please, if you live by yourself, if you're over 55, pick up one of these and look at it. Well, I was looking at the time. If you live by yourself, if you're 55 years or older, and I've said that's not going to work because we've got some young people who live younger people. If you live by yourself or you are frequently at home by yourself, you have a medical condition that you limit they put a small key box in your house, a lockbox, wherever you want it put outside of your home. So if you have to call 911, they can respond. They'll know where your key box is. They can respond. Open the box. Get your key and not have to bust your one down the way we always do.
Oh, that's nice.
For me, I've got a combination, so all I have to do is put the combination to the box.
Where is that?
It's right up here.
Any additional community announcements?
Yes. We have one.
We share.
At Killer Recreation Center this Saturday, we're gonna have a One World Culture Fest. We'll have representatives from different communities here to share their traditions, some of their dance, their music, their food. And it's an opportunity for all of us to come together, valuing and respecting each other and acknowledging each other. And it's from 12 until 4. It's for families. The first hour will be games for the children. And you're gonna have a fashion show, a DJ, and we have a young person who has written a song about the Culture Fest. And it's gonna be a collaboration between 2 young artists doing that just for this event. And we hope that the community will come together for this. And this is for all sides of town coming to this side of town. And there are flyers for everybody. Oh, yeah, free food.
And free food. That's important. Any other final announcements? Seeing none, again, thank you all. Oh, sorry.
Now, you said you had something going on April 29th from 1 to what time?
It's from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay. How is that going to
Just lots of good things happening in the city, so you can have your choice of which one to attend. Yeah. Well, wonderful, wonderful. Well, again, thanks everyone for your attendance this evening as well as your work to help move Greensboro forward. Look forward to seeing you in a few more weeks. Thank you all.